The book of Job tells us the story of Job, a righteous man who served God faithfully. But despite this, he also suffered great loss, grief, and illness. Satan was given permission by God to test Job within limits, as Satan believed that Job was only righteous because of the blessings God had given him. At this point, I urge you all to take your deep theological questions to Pastor Stephen Kirsty. Initially, Job accepts his fate, but finally he breaks, saying, "I wish I had never been born." The rest of the book contains the honest, visceral thoughts of Job as he searches for purpose in his pain. Job felt God was cruel, unjust, and uncaring, and was not interested in him as he cried out in anguish, despair, and desperation. He was honest with God about how he felt, and he didn't hold back. How do our circumstances dictate how we feel about God? Rather than answer Job's issues directly, God asks him a series of questions about the universe. By doing this, God reminds us that he is in control of more than just our little bit of the world. God orchestrates the universe to perfection. We only see a small part of the story, but God's purposes are in motion since the beginning. If God is trustworthy with the whole universe, each star, planet, or galaxy, is he trustworthy with our circumstances? God reminds Job that he is paying attention. If God knows about the habits and the concerns of wild animals, how much more does he know and care about us, those that he created in his own image? Job gained insight into the Father's heart. In his grief, he assumed that God was distant, unloving, and uncaring, but it was in his grief that God was able to reveal himself, his deep compassion and mercy. God was always listening, observing, and working everything together for his purposes. If Job hadn't experienced deep and lasting loss, he wouldn't have experienced an intimate encounter and a profoundly clearer relationship with God. He says, "My ears had heard of you, but now my eyes have seen you." How has loss, heartache, or grief drawn you closer to God? In his grief, Job didn't think he could trust God, but God proved that he is in control of the universe. He cares for the whole world, and he knows us in our most vulnerable moments. Through Job's encounter, we can all look to what God is bringing about in his grace, and we can rest in the promise that our God is full of compassion and mercy. Thank you.